Imagine walking through a misty cemetery at midnight when you spot a woman in white murmuring at a grave that might just have your name on it. The faint glow of the moonlight bathed the old cemetery in a ghostly aura, casting long shadows between the weathered tombstones. Eli, the graveyard's caretaker for over a decade, was no stranger to the chill of the night or the eerie silence that came with his twilight rounds. His lantern flickered as a gentle breeze whispered through the tall, swaying grasses, carrying with it a faint scent of lilies. It was just past midnight when Eli spotted her, a figure draped in white, her gown flowing like mist as she glided silently among the graves. Her presence was soft and unsettling. He watched, hidden behind a large oak, as she stopped at a particular headstone, leaning forward as if to share a secret with the deceased. "Jonathan," she murmured softly, the name barely escaping her lips before she vanished like a wisp of smoke in the cool night air. The next morning, driven by a mix of duty and curiosity, Eli returned to the grave where the woman had stood. To his astonishment, fresh flowers adorned the site, violets and chrysanthemums dew-kissed and vibrant against the gray stone. The inscription on the headstone read, "Jonathan Miller, born July 23, 1971, died June 8, 2023. Today's date. Chills raced down Eli's spine. Who was Jonathan Miller? And who was the woman who visited his grave? As dusk approached, the mystery gnawed at him, pulling him back to the cemetery as the sky turned a deep twilight blue. He waited, hidden once more behind the oak, the lantern dimmed to but a faint glow. As the clock struck midnight, she appeared again. The woman in white moved with a grace that seemed almost otherworldly. This time, she paused at the grave, her head turned slightly, as if listening for someone or something. Then slowly, she turned her gaze towards Eli, her eyes reflecting the moonlight. She beckoned him. Trembling, he approached. As she lifted her veil, moonlight fell on her face, revealing features achingly familiar and yet impossibly real. It was Sarah, his wife, who he had buried just a year ago after a sudden illness took her away. "Eli," she whispered, her voice a melody from a forgotten dream. "Sarah, but how? You're..." "Gone, yes," she interrupted, a sad smile gracing her lips. "But not yet passed over. I've been waiting, Eli. Waiting for you," fading like the last echo of a dying ember. She reached out, placing the bouquet of flowers in his hand. "It's time for me to go. Take my place, love, so I may find peace." Eli looked down at the flowers, his heart pounding, the reality of her words sinking in. When he looked up, the first light of dawn was touching the horizon, and he was alone. Alone except for the flowers he held, the violets and chrysanthemums from Jonathan's grave. The bouquet began to crumble, petals turning to dust in his grasp, blowing away with the morning breeze, leaving nothing but a memory. As the last petal disintegrated, a cold realization washed over him. He glanced at the headstone, the name Eli Thomas now inscribed below Jonathan's, the same date of death shared between them. A mournful cry escaped his lips as the cemetery began to fade around him, the world dimming to shades of gray. He was between worlds now, a guardian of the graves he once tended, his own soul bound to the place of his eternal rest, while Sarah's spirit moved on, released from the anchors of the earth. Like and share the video. Subscribe if you dare to watch more horror stories.